So I'm here with John Seda, Rising Sun Studios, and we want to know. We're fascinated. What inspired you to create Uru?
Uru Uru was inspired because of the fact of what I do as my career, which is recording. Years ago, I ventured into being a distribution company, and it didn't go well because it took me years to find out that I realized that nobody in the industry really cared about musicians making money.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got into it, my only goal was to help musicians and teach them how to make money. So when I realized that it was, it's a big scam, it's just, and people will say, well, how do you know? Well, I have my ways of knowing, but I picked the wrong people to be my partners and stuff like that. And it taught me something. It taught me to be more aware of my surroundings and who I'm working with. And it also taught me that what's going on in the industry right now is no coincidence. It's been going on for years. And artists have been being ripped off every time on a daily basis, every minute, and every second. But my wife was always on top of me because she's the one who came up with the name. And I remember when she said to me, "What do you think of Uru Uru?" And I said, "Uru Uru." I goes, well, "What's that mean?" Because it's in Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was kind of reluctant because I said, "I wonder if Americans are going to be, Uru Uru, right?" So she says, "No, but John, so we started joking about it. And we said, well, how would this sound, right? Uru Uru, right? And then they said, oh, wait a minute, that sounds kind of cute, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had my wife do it, and she goes, Uru Uru, and so it's kind of this cute, almost like a Hello Kitty Japanese thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, and then afterwards, I realized, I said, when you spell it out, it spells you or you,
Mm-hmm.
which
Oh,
you or you, you know what I mean?
Cool.
So it's got a double meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what the app does is it allows you to upload the music to a server, which is your server. Basically, you're in charge of it. It's all included in the subscription price. And then once you upload it, it generates a QR code, which you can print out, or you can scan it, put it on your website, send it to your friends. But here's the great part about it. And this is what was very important to me. I didn't want to do anything that would represent or be any close to a record label.
Mm-hmm.
So we made a deal. We worked it out with Stripe, and they helped us because it was really hard. No one has ever done this before.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a moment that I was kind of, fearful that something could happen, like because there was, we got contacted and they said, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And basically what it is when the artist sells the music, it emails the music to the customer, and they get all the money.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we don't take there's none of this, oh, we take a percentage or we will pay you once a month. I don't want to deal with none of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to program it and design it so the money would go straight to the artist. And the beautiful part is the artist doesn't even have to download it. If they wait 3 days, it'll automatically be sent to their account.
Wow, that's incredible.
So there's and part of the inspiration was, because anybody that really knows me, that comes here and works with me, and you experience this yourself, I always promote, you need to sell your music. Don't give away your music for free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's always been the big mistake, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why is it that they think that that's going to help them. It never worked with Napster. It's never going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't want you to give, when you do a show, and this has happened to me, several times. Actually, I did a show with Atlanta in Fort Lauderdale with Raul Hernandez, who invited me to do a gig. Mm-hmm. And I asked Atlanta, I said, print out some CDs. And well, she didn't do it, right? Mm-hmm. And guess what happened? Hey, can I buy your record? And I looked at her, I said, you see? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But this is something that all artists do, right? Now, the young artists will always say, well, nobody asked me to buy records. And I don't truly believe that because I believe that I know it's possible sometimes. But when you tell somebody to go to your Spotify page, you're not going to go.
No.
You know what I mean? Because the moment they leave the show, they forgot about it.
Right.
So, but if you have a QR code there in front of your keyboard or, on a stand with your poster of your show, people will go up there. And not only that, this app also offers a tip jar.
Mhm.
So if you, let's say you didn't have any music, they could tip you. So this is always a way to find and make income, and that was my goal. And then some people are funny. People will ask me and they'll say, "Why is it that you care?"
Mhm.
Because this is what I do for a living.
Mm.
If I can help artists to make money, I make more money from recording.
Right.
It's just it's called creating a musical economy, and that's always been a big thing for me.
Uh-huh.
And so sometimes people get confused with that, but now the app is out, and now you'll know.
Mhm.
I did something. Now, of course, I'm going to make money, but with the money that we're making, with the investors that are involved with us, we're going to put money back into the arts. The idea is to lift up the arts. The arts is, to me, is like dying right now,
Mhm.
and this is why this app has been so important for me to put out.
Mhm.
And I hope I've answered any questions that could come.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Seda.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.